Hey guys, it's Jared. Today we are going to do a muffler mod on a Stihl MS211. I've done this mod on my MS391 and really liked it, so I am going to do it on this. Basically, the muffler has a nice, decent sized intake and this scrawny little exhaust, which is not even straight through, which I know you can't see, but I can't even see where it gets it. But there's like double metal plate tack welded in there that it has to get behind just to be able to come out there. So guys are getting quite a bit more power out of just porting these a little bit. Now you'll see the easiest and most common mod is just to drill some holes. I don't care to do that. I'm actually going to louver it a little bit. But first, to get this off, it's held in with just nothing but a couple torque screws. And I just used my torque spit chainsaw screw. Also fits weed eaters and whatnot. But what's deceiving is they are actually covered up by these funky little caps. And you'll look at them and you'll wonder, what in the heck is that? How do I get that out? Excuse me. Well, it's nothing but a press-in cap. So, a little flathead screwdriver, pry it up a little bit, then just pop it out, and you'll be able to use your chainsaw tool and get the two bolts out. Exhaust gasket. Now, when this sits in here, I know you can't see it well, but this side is all covered up with plastic, and then there's the plastic below it. So I'm not going to port this side, don't want to port the bottom. I'm just going to port right out the front. And I'm just going to make me a couple guides here. Okay. Take out safety glasses, Dremel, and let's get cutting. So I use a flat blade screwdriver and just pry it up first to get this bottom lip started, and then just a pair of small kind of duckbill shaped pliers. I tell you what, that fly's gonna drive me nuts. Okay, so there we go. So there's our thing, just kind of a nice louvered look. This should help kind of blow it down in a way and, you know, keep it from blowing back up at us or all right, there we go. Let's put her back in. Okay, now let's put the caps back in. I did have a little bit of problem on my MS91 where the bolts would walk their way out. They'd get loose and come out after time. So the caps at least kept it in, but it would start to get noisy and it would vibrate around and you know, pretty annoying. And what I ended up doing was I ordered a new gasket and new bolts. The bottom of the bolts have little ridges machined into them, so they are almost like their own little toothed washer. So I installed new bolts. The old ones were a little smooth and did that, and that seemed to help quite a bit. Put that back in. And that is it for that. Now, you're going to have to now adjust your carburetor to increase the amount of fuel since you have increased the airflow. The low side, low RPMs being closest to the bar, your high being the back side. Now your high has limiter caps. I'm not going to go into it here. You can Google it, watch other videos that show your limiter caps. My MS391 had the little red caps, used a little special tool to remove those, and that worked great. This one has kind of a black funnel, and I just used a utility knife and shaved off the tab that kept that from turning too far. And I'm also not going to go through the procedure on how to adjust the carb on these. I don't claim to be an expert, and there's guys out there that are a lot better at it than me, so please just watch some other YouTubes and figure out how to adjust. But basically you'll start with your low side and get that to where it's running properly. So you're not running too rich, not running too lean. You don't want to carbon everything up, but on the flip side, you don't want to run too lean and burn everything up. Then once you get that set, then you can max out your saw and you can do your adjustments on your high side, and you'll want to get it to where the saw kind of four strokes when you let load off of it. It's kind of hard to tell on some newer saws that have automatic rev limiting features because it'll sound like it's four stroking when it's not. The other thing you may want to do is invest in a little tool that you can use to read the RPMs. And it's just a nice little box that picks up on the signal to the spark plug. So you just remove your little air filter cover here and you just set it right on top, does not touch anything, and it'll tell you what RPM you're running. You can do that and kind of help set your max RPM so you make sure you're not running too lean and over revving your saw and burning it up. So I think I'm ready to go fire it up, take it back in the woods. I'm going to adjust it back there instead of here in the shop. That way I can put it under load on some logs and we'll see how it does. Remember, anything worth doing is worth overdoing.